As all of you are aware, banks are continuously surpassing the targets under the annual action plan every year, and 2012-13 was no exception. As against the target of rupees 82,167 crores under priority sector for the year 2012-13, banks have disbursed rupees 99,534 crores, thus achieving 121% of the target. If non-priority sector is also taken into consideration, the achievement is 129% with disbursement of rupees 1,42,900 crores against the projection of 1,10,417 crores. Under crop production credit, against the target of rupees 37,128 crores, the achievement is rupees 50,157 crores with an achievement of 135%. An amount of rupees 23,491 crores was disbursed under agriculture term loans against the target of rupees 15,844 crores with an achievement of 148%. Total disbursements under the agricultural credit during the year 2012-13 was rupees 73,648 crores against the target of rupees 52,972 crores. That is an increase of 139%. Under MSE sector, banks have disbursed rupees 11,255 crores during the year 2012-13 against the projection of rupees 9,343 crores, an increase of 120%, an increase of 20%. The achievement under other priority sector was not satisfactory, as banks could disburse only rupees 14,631 crores against the projection of rupees 19,852 crores. Banks need to step up their activities for improving the performance under this segment. The outstanding agricultural credit of banks was at rupees 1,25,760 crores as on March 31st, 2013, which was 31.89% of ANBC against a regulatory stipulation of 18%. The outstanding crop production credit was at rupees 70,047 crores, and the agriculture term loans, including allied activities, were at rupees 55,713 crores as of 31st March 2013. The outstanding agriculture credit of AP continues to be one of the highest in the country. In spite of the above, the issues concerning the finance to licensed cultivators and uncovered farmers continue. It was requested by SLBC to enroll uncovered farmers during the recently conducted Raitu Chaitanya Yatras. It was also requested by SLBC to complete the process of issuing LECs to the eligible licensed cultivator by the end of April 2013 and hand over the list of farmers to the bank branches and the LDMs concerned. It is given to understand that the process is yet to be completed. In the absence of information at branch level, the branch managers may have difficulty in rejecting loans to owner farmers. The misconception of a section of farmers about another debt waiver is hampering the recovery process of agriculture loans. As it was already brought to the notice of Honorable Chief Minister earlier, there is a need for building up machinery in Agriculture Department of Government to address problems relating to recovery for long-term subsistence of the level of agricultural credit portfolio which the state has achieved. Under Vaddilenu Runalu scheme for crop loans, it was originally proposed to place advance fund with banks, and later it was decided by government to reimburse the amount of interest on repaid crop loans to banks on daily basis. The GO pertaining to the scheme was issued on 27/4/2013, and now banks are following the system and are not collecting interest from the farmers when the loan is repaid before stipulated date. Under the MSE sector, the total outstanding credit under MSE sector was rupees 45,128 crores with a growth of 14.2% during the year 2012-13. Banks have covered 21,569 units under the CGT MSE scheme during the year 2012-13. There has been considerable improvement, and AP occupied 6th position in the country compared to 14th position of 2010-11. During the current year, by May 27, 2013, banks have covered 4,791 units under the CGT MSE scheme and efforts that are being made by banks and the industry association needs to be continued. A target for coverage of a minimum of 35,000 units under the CGTMSE scheme is proposed for the current year. Under the SHG Bank Linkage Program, I am happy to share with the House that banks have surpassed the target in both rural and urban SHG segments during the year 2012-13. Banks have extended finance to SHGs an amount of Rs 12,864 crores during the year 2012-13. The deposits of the banks stood at Rs 4,209 crores as on 31st March 2013, with an advance of Rs 4,71,623 crores, and the CD ratio continues to be high at 117.84%. As discussed in every meeting, the CD ratio of the state continues to be on a high side. State Credit Plan 2013-14. Today it is proposed to release the AP State Credit Plan for the year 2013-14 by Honorable Chief Minister. The outlay of State Credit Plan is at Rs 99,894 crores under priority sector, which is 21.57% higher compared to the outlay of Rs 82,167 crores for the year 2012-13. With the proposed outlay of Rs 33,180 crores under non-priority sector, the total outlay is at Rs 1,33,074 crores for the current year. Lending under agricultural credit is proposed at Rs 67,224 crores, which is 26.9% higher compared to the outlay of 52,972 crores for the year 2012-13. The share of MSME sector is Rs 12,604 crores under housing and loan and education loans, Rs 6,657 crores and 2,091 crores respectively. Some of the outstanding issues which needs to be resolved are: for sustaining the level of institutional finance achieved in AP, there is a need for initiating measures which will facilitate the banking system. Important among them are integration of land records with banking system. The process initiated to replicate the Bhumi project of Karnataka for integration of land records with the banking system is yet to take off. Further, there is requirement for interface between Revenue Department and Registration Department for automatic updation. This being pending, the government may hand over soft hard copy of the updated 1B register to the branch managers to facilitate smooth credit flow. Issuance of LECs well before commencement of season and giving list of LEC holders to the concerned service area bank branch. As per information available with SLBC, about 40% overdue in respect of loans allowed to LEC holders during 11-12. The balance in overdue in respect of total agricultural advance is 19.31%. I request Agriculture Department to extend required help to banks. Creation of viable machinery in Agriculture and Industries Department to tackle chronic overdues will help banks. Under financial inclusion, sir, you are aware that Government of India and RBI have initiated several measures for improving financial inclusion. I am happy to share with the House that banks in Andhra Pradesh have responded very positively to these initiatives. 13 districts in the state were selected under Phase 1 and Phase 2 under direct benefit transfer. In 5 districts of the state, out of 20 districts in the country, under Phase 1, DBT for LPG consumers was also operationalized from June 1, 2013. As per information available with SLBC, out of 15.93 lakh beneficiaries under a 26 government-sponsored scheme, beneficiary details were received in respect of 13.31 lakh beneficiaries, that is 83.57%. Bank accounts were opened in respect of 12.75 lakh beneficiaries, that is 95.78% of the list received. However, Aadhaar number is available only in respect of 4.99 lakhs beneficiaries, that is 37.51%. In respect of these beneficiaries, Aadhaar seeding was completed in respect of 3.99 lakhs beneficiary, that is about 80% of the Aadhaar numbers available. I request all lead banks to provide Aadhaar lookup facility at the office of LDM to enable him to check up the status of Aadhaar seeding on daily basis and alert the concerned banks. In respect of LPG consumers, out of the total beneficiaries of 48.79 lakhs in 5 pilot districts, Aadhaar seeding is completed in banks in respect of 8.237 lakhs only, that is 17%. SLBC has taken a publicity drive on behalf of all banks in press and electronic media for opening of accounts and Aadhaar seeding. An exclusive call center is established on behalf of all banks to answer the queries related to opening of accounts and Aadhaar seeding. All banks have given roadmap for coverage of all villages with the population of below 2000 from 2013-16 as advised by RBI. All banks need to adhere to the roadmap indicated. Progress needs to be improved in respect of establishment of on-site ATMs, POS machines and biometric ATMs as advised by the Government of India, and transactions need to be improved through BCAs in these villages.